Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ricky's Reviews, where today I'm going to be taking a small break from covering the Scream franchise, and I'm going to be covering a horror comedy, um, horror comedy? I don't know really what to classify this film as, because it's a bunch of different genres kind of rolled into one. But today we are covering, drumroll please, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Now, this movie came out in 1988 and is directed by Tim Burton and stars I almost said Alex Brightman, Alex Baldwin, and Gina Davis, as they are a married couple of Adam and Barbara Maitland who die and then begin to enlist the help of Michael Keaton, who plays the titular character Beetlejuice, to attempt to scare a family out of their home, which is led by Winona Ryder, who plays Lydia Dietz in this movie. Now, that's all I'm going to give you for plot, because then again, I do want you guys to watch this movie for yourselves, because it is a very enjoyable watch. And I will say, I'll get up right off the bat, I really do enjoy this movie. This is one of those sort of comfort movies for me, where if I'm ever just having a bad day, or I just want to watch something, Beetlejuice is one of those movies that I always go back and rewatch, especially during like the spooky season, because it's one of those movies that definitely gets you in the Halloween sort of like vibe and atmosphere. But without further ado, I will get into what I like and dislike about the film. So, yeah. Okay, so to start it off for likes for the movie, I do really want to say how much I really do appreciate the scenic design and set design of I guess you call it the underworld in this movie, or just all the different places and settings of the film. Like you have the Maitland's house / the Dietz house, you have I guess Beetlejuice's underworld, the dead area, the place with the sandworms. Like, all the different settings of the movie look very nice and have a very, just like, each is their own sort of different design that is really cool, and I do really appreciate that, which I will get into a little bit later in this video. Another thing that I like is all of the acting with the Dietz family, which I will mention Catherine O'Hara here, who recently passed away, rest in peace, but she's a great job acting as Delia, and Winona Ryder does a great job acting as Lydia, and just all of the Dietz family. I won't mention Charles because his actor's kind of a questionable individual, but I will not get into that. That's one of the things I like about the movie. And overall, just all of the acting, from the Dietzes to Beetlejuice to the Maitlands, it is just very solid across the board. Like, I do really appreciate all of the acting and just the character acting, especially with Michael Keaton's just over-the-top, hammy performance as Beetlejuice. It is one of those performances that is just up there for me on the list. Like, it is one of those that I'm never going to forget, because it's just so over-the-top, and it fits his character so well. Like, I can't imagine anyone else playing Beetlejuice, really, for a film. Like, Michael Keaton has made the film version of Beetlejuice his own thing. Kind of like how Alex Brightman, who I almost said before, which I will mention the Beetlejuice musical in here for a brief second, kind of like how Alex Brightman made the musical version his own, and how each different actor that plays that character in the musical version does it their own way. But for films, Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton, he's always going to be Beetlejuice. It's like one of those roles, you know? But another thing I do want to mention for likes here is, hold on, I need to remember, I'm trying to remember the names here, because it was a few different people that I wanted to mention. I wanted to mention here Mike Mills, who did a lot of the makeup effects on this film. Now, I don't usually talk about the makeup effects in the background, so at least mention names of it, but I do want to give credit to him and Adele Lutz, who did the costume design. These two did the makeup effects and costume designs for the film, and that is another thing that I just really love, because especially one of the things I will mention here is the Maitlands, when they're trying to scare out the Dietzes, that design with the eyes on the fingers and the really enlarged mouth and all the creepy crawling hands and the different forms of Beetlejuice, all of that, these two and many others worked towards. And I just want to mention this briefly here. But this is another one of those things that you have to go in and watch the movie for yourself to appreciate all of it, because I can't mention everything here. This is just a brief review of what I think about the movie. But yeah, so I've mentioned all of that. Now I do want to talk about my favorite scene, which is playing throughout this trailer footage here, which is the Deo/Banana Boat dance dinner party scene, because it is just one of those, again, very memorable moments of the movie that I just keep coming back to every time. Similar to Michael Keaton's performance as Beetlejuice, it's one of those things that just kind of cemented in cinema history, film history, and it's just one of those very memorable things that I really do appreciate and love about this movie. And yes, that is my review for the 1988 film Beetlejuice. If I have to give it a rating, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is another one of those films that really does not have a lot of negatives for me, because I just can't think of much that I don't like about the film. I mean, some of the background characters feel a little bland, but that's very much reaching for a negative. A lot of this movie I really do love and appreciate. But yeah, that is my review for the film Beetlejuice. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.